25 and 26?
Open zone 25, 26. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody, welcome. Today is the 27th of April, 2024. We are at High Joy Bowl in Port Orchard, Washington, and this is the Kitsap Scratch Bowlers Organization's 50th Anniversary Grand Finals. All right, thanks, Bill. Really appreciate your help today. All right, your sponsor of today's tournament, Edward Jones, Anthony Sanders up in Port Angeles. He sponsored both the Open and the Under Division Grand Finals this tournament, so thank you very much, Anthony. Your season sponsors for the Kitsap Scratch Bowlers Organization, 900 Global. They have been with us for the last couple years, and we've been with the parent company of Storm for the last 7, and Lakeside Industries, who we've also been with for the last 7 years. All right, so in your 205 and under division, your number 5 seed is Alex Smith. He will face the number 4 seed of Skylar Lammy. The winner of that match will face the number 3 seed in Dane Trapone. The winner of that match will face the number 2 seed Robert Ellis. And the winner of that match will face the tournament leader in the 205 and under division in Rafe Barone. In your open division, your number 5 seed is A.J. Brockett. He will face the number 4 seed coming off a really nice 299 game, Tim Clemens. The winner of that match will face the number 3 seed of Austin Gratzer. The winner of that match will face the number 2 seed of Ryan Showalter. And the winner of that match will face the tournament leader in the Open Division Grand Finals, Casey Jamrog. Your Open Division will be on lanes 25 and 26. Your Under Division will be on lanes 27 and 28. And here, as soon as we get the lanes turned on, our bowlers will take 2 warm-up tosses on each pair, or each lane, excuse me, and then we'll start off with our first match in the 50th Anniversary KSBO Grand Finals. Can I get 25 through 28 on, please? A.J. Brockett, Tim Clemens, Skylar Lammy, Alex Smith. Please report to 25 through 28.
Pretty cool, everything that you do.
I definitely do the lion's share.
You definitely do.
Okay. All right, Skylar. You're the higher seed, so you have choice. You're going to start. Okay, so you'll start on lane 27. Tim, you get the choice. You'll start. Okay, so you'll start on 25. AJ, you'll start on 26. All right, gentlemen, if you're ready. Hey, congratulations on making it to the finals. Go out and shake hands. Good luck, good bowling. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. The bowlers have gone out and they've shaken the hands. So once again, in your 205 and under division, we have number 5 seed Alex Smith versus number 4 seed Skylar Lammy. Skylar being the higher qualifier, he's going to start first. And on lanes 25 and 26, we have number 5 seed AJ Brockett against number 4 seed Tim Clemens. And Tim being the higher qualifier, he's going to start on lane 25. And here we go with Tim Clemens. And he comes in a little flat, leaves the 10 pin. And now we have Skylar on 27. And a little bit high on the pocket and leaves the 610. And Tim covers his spare. And here we go with Skylar. And Skylar covers his spare. All right, so now up on lane 26, we have your number 5 seed, AJ Brockett. Being the grand finals, we had 6 games of qualifying and 4 games of semifinals. So in qualifying, AJ shot games of 183, 220, 204, and nice strike there. Game 4 was a 222, then a 204, and he finished up with a 215 for a 1248 qualifying score. In the semifinals, he shoots 268, 213, 213, 215 and won 2 of his match play matches for 60 bonus pins to finish with a score of 22-17 and the number 5 seed. Alex over on 28 left a 6 pin. For Alex today, he shot games of 201, 160, 195, 225, 222, and 190 to have an 1193 qualifying score. In the semifinals, he shot 180 as AJ gets another strike. That's 2 in a row. So in the semis, Alex shot 180, 192, 211, 181, winning 1 match play match for 30 bonus pins and the number 5 seed to finish at 1957. And Alex covers his spare. So being the grand finals, we always do a very generous cut. We had 27 open bowlers and 24 under bowlers that were eligible for the grand finals. And Tim comes flush, gets the messenger to roll across and take out the 10 pin. Very nice.
Nice shot, you fucker. You're welcome. Sorry. Good job.
We ended up having 24 and in the open and 21 in the under show up. Nice strike there by Alex. And for the open, per our bylaws, we cut to the top 16 for the grand finals. And in the under division, we cut to the top 10. So healthy payday for the grand finals. That ball, Tim comes up high on the head pin, leaves the 4-6-7 split. Ooh, and Skyler crosses Brooklyn, gets a kiss on the 3, rolls it to get a strike. And Tim unfortunately leaves an open in the 3rd frame. All right, now Skyler up on lane 27. Skyler today shot games of 189, 148, 161, 191, 205, and finished really strong with a 254 as he comes in light, leaves the, what do we got there? We got the 457. AJ up on 26. Nice and flush there. So that's 3 in a row for AJ. In the semifinals, Skyler shot games of 200, 127, 216, and 192. He won 3 of his match play matches for 90 additional bonus pins to capture the number 4 seed. And Skyler tugs on that one, leaves an open in the 3rd. Thanks for your help today.
You bet. You don't need me anymore, and I'm going to get off my knee.
No, man, I need you. Oh, and AJ almost leaves the 7-10, gets a wiggle on the 10. 7 does fall, left with a very manageable single pin spare. Alex coming up on 28, working on a strike. Goes Brooklyn, and it carries. That gives him 2 in a row. So early on, after 3 frames in the under division, Alex Smith leads Skyler Lammy 50-44. AJ covers his 10 pin. After, see what we got in the under. All right, in the open, Tim's coming up in the 4th frame. Still got to read Tim's scores here. So for Tim today, Tim shot games of 257, 203, 190, 189, 202, and 193 to have a 1234 qualifying score. As Alex goes Brooklyn side of head pin, leaves the 6-7-10 split. In the semifinals, Tim shot games of 219, 201, 259, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier, finished up with a very nice 299. Won 3 of his match play matches for 90 bonus pins and sealed the number 4 seed. And Tim gets a strike in the 4th frame. Good recovery after that open. And so after 4 frames, AJ leads Tim 89-58. Excellent cover there by Alex. And Tim gets the kiss on the 10. That gives him 2 in a row. Definitely not out of this match yet. Skyler coming up on lane 28, working on that open. It's going to be tight. Oh, goes right through the face, leaves the 6-10. Very fortunate not to have a split there. Ooh, and AJ lost it on that one. Looked like he may have missed it at the bottom. May have looked like about the same speed, but he's left with the baby split of the 310. And good cover there by Skylar. You can buy me a beer, Keith.
Done. Always. Real, always. He does all the practice. I'm the money winner.
All right, AJ to cover his baby split.
I led the practice.
Oh, and he almost, but unfortunately that isn't open for AJ. So both boulders in the open exchange open frames. Yeah, his total money he's earned is up there. Oh, and Skylar gets a nice high hard one there. So he gets himself a strike in the 5th. And AJ stepping up on lane 25. See how he recovers from that open. Looks good. Oh, but right at the last minute, comes up, hits too much of the head pin. Now he's left with another split, this time the 4-7-10. All right, Alex coming up after covering that really nice split. A little high on the head pin. Pin spins around, almost takes out the 10. It sits there, wiggles, waves at him. And good try there by AJ, but unfortunately that's 2 opens in a row for AJ. And good cover there by Alex. All right, Tim coming up on lane 26, working on a double. Oh, and he gets a messenger to come across and chop the 9-pin in the knees. Oh, and that ball there for Alex never quite read the end of the pattern. Doesn't hook up, goes very light. Now he has the 1, 2, 4, 10 washout. Oh, and there's a ham bone for Tim. And he takes over the lead. Oh, and once again, Alex, under pressure, covers that washout's not easy by any means. Excellent job there, Alex. AJ coming up on lane 26, coming off of 2 opens. That one looked much better. And the result is 10 in the pit.
That's the lowest I've ever been. Drugged up.
And Skylar, oh my goodness. That shot looked pretty good. It hit pocket. It was a little light, kind of running away a little bit. Definitely didn't deserve the 4-9 split. All right, AJ up on 25, working on a strike, down by 13 pins, 125 to 138, goes high, leaves the 3-6-10. And Skylar chops off the 4-pin, that's an open in the 6th, and after 6th frame, he trails Alex Smith 92 to 112. And nice cover there by AJ.
I think I've got the best equipment. I think I have the best equipment. Yeah, watch your
Oh, sorry, man. This, my balls in my pants. They're in your mouth. Oh, right,
All right. Skylar goes Brooklyn on that one. Leaves the 3-6 to pick up. We got Tim sipping on lane 26, working on a 4-bagger. Oh, right at the last minute. Oh, very fortunate. Was almost a dime short of a Greek church, but fortunately the 7-pin fell. Now he's only left with the 6-9-10. All right, we need. Oops, sorry about shaking the camera there. Getting back in my chair. Needed a score correction. All right, so Alex coming up on lane 28, working on a spare. Oh, that looked like a really nice ball. 6-pin wraps around the 10. Very makeable spare. Still leads by 28. Oh, and Tim does cover. So after 8 frames in the open division, Tim Clemens leads AJ Brockett 65-45. 2 frames left. Both bowlers are working on a spare. All right, good cover there by Alex. And so after 7 frames in the under division, Alex Smith leads Skylar Lammy 131-102. And that one came in a little weird, kind of light. Leaves the 4-pin for Tim. Usually don't leave a 4-pin on a light hit. Ouch, ouch, and ouch. 4-6 split there for Alex. Keeping Skylar in the mix. Tim covers his spare. He's shaking his head. That one started to hook a little bit too much for his liking, but it is a spare. So decent foundation frame going into the 10th for Tim. And Alex only takes out 1. That's an open in the 8th for Alex. So cracks the door open a little bit for Skylar. That ball looks good. Sit. That was a nice ball there by AJ. Good foundation frame. Now trails by 19 going into the 10th. Max score for AJ is 215. 224 is the max for Tim. So anybody's game right now. And Skylar goes Brooklyn when he needed a strike, leaves the 6-pin to pick up. Oh, you didn't like that one. Oh, he almost gets the roll on the 3. That is a 9 count in the 10th on the first ball for AJ. Meantime, Skylar misses that. Lets a golden opportunity slip out of his hands. Now going into the 9th frame, he trails by 28. AJ covers his spare. Now max score for AJ is 195. And Skyler made it to the pocket that time, but it looked like it rolled out on him. Leaves himself the 4-pin to pick up. Ooh, and AJ ends with the 7-10 split for a game of 193. And Alex gets a strike in the 9th. And Tim also leaves a 7-10 split in the 10th, but that was enough for him to win, 201 to 193. So Tim will move on to face the number 3 seed in Austin Gratzer. And Alex opens in the 10th frame for a game of 174. And Skyler going for 10 pin to finish with a game of 160. All right, so in your 205 and under division, Alex Smith defeats Skyler Lammy 174 to 160. Alex will move on to face number 3 seed of Dane Trapone. And in your open division, Tim Clemens defeats AJ Brockett 201 to 193. All right, so we're going to hand out some money here for our other cashers, so hold on tight. Jim's going to do it. In your 205 and under division, grand finals, TV finals. In your first game, Alex Smith defeats Skyler Lammy 174-160. Alex will move on to face number 3 seed Dane Trapone. And in your open division, Tim Clemens defeats AJ Brockett 201-193. Tim will move on to face Austin Gratzer. But first we have some money to hand out for our other cashers. All right, handing out checks is Jim Monahan, owner of High Joy Bowl. Thank you very much, Jim. Unfortunately, our sponsor for today's tournament is in Spain. All right, so finishing in 10th place for $160, Joe Jett. Finishing in 9th place for $190, Mike Green. Finishing in 8th place for $220, Jessica Hellmans. Finishing in 7th place for $280, Dave Jamrog. And finishing in 6th place for $330, Paige Gratzer. In your open division, also sponsored by Edward Jones, Anthony Sanders up in Port Angeles. Finishing in 16th place for $150, Tommy Schroeder. Finishing in 15th place for $175, Matthew Bryan. Finishing in 14th place, he already had to leave, for $200, Brian Irwin. Finishing in 13th place for $225, Curtis Messer Sr. And for those of you, Access Point Pro Shop here at the High Joy Bowl and All-Star Lanes, get your stuff worked on during the summer. Finishing in 12th place for $250, Cameron Curley. Finishing in 11th place for $275, Tyler Hale. Finishing in 10th place to give himself a hand for $300, Jim Monahan. Finishing in 9th for $325, Tom Jamrog. Finishing in 8th place for $350, Mike Craig. Finishing in 7th place for $375, Scott Halverson.
Let him know that if he does the whole season and qualifies again for the grandfather club.
Yeah. And finishing in 6th place for $400, Keith Beck. All right, Austin and Dane, 2 balls on each lane, please.
Not bad for being drunk. Stone is fucking hard attack. Yeah, thanks for everything you did, bro. You always make this easy. I like it. Yeah. You remember what his name is? He's fucking. He runs all the practice. He runs all the practice. You're doing it. And he's a vet. And he's a vet. That makes it even better. That makes it even better.
Hey, I know what you do.
Yeah.
You're a good cat. Can't wait to get down to Vegas with you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Month to month.
I'm looking forward to it. How in the hell do I have a 191 fucking open average?
I don't know. Who did I put you with, too?
I don't know. I've got the highest freaking average of all.
I know. I didn't. I put Nick and Tim together. I put you with. I didn't skunk you. I put Bill and Emmy together. He was kind of grumpy about that, but they put him in the class together.
Oh, yeah,
Or the, you know, the.
Yeah.
I tried to do that first, and then put everybody together. Who did I put you with? I don't recall. Anyway, it's all the same, guys. You know, we used to go up to the room up there, and we put 5 people's names, and then draw your partner. So we took the top 5 average guys, and then you drew them. And that's when it was all one division.
Right.
You know, now that it's not, you know, it's like you're trying to. I mean, I probably could have created a team to be in the. You know, like if I would have took like Bill, Emmy,
Put them all on the same team.
on the same team, but I wouldn't. I didn't want to do that because we all like, you know, we like to vote. You guys have a really strong team. I mean, there's capabilities there.
Yeah, there is.
You know.
What would you like to do, Austin?
But I think you're right. Good.
Austin.
Are you on the?
Okay. So 26, 25. Dane? Okay, so Alex is going to start on 27 and 28. All right.
Who did I put you with? All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah, who did I put you with? Who else was it? It was Tim and Nick. I was kind of I put myself with Megan just because I told Megan that if I can't find a fill-in for singles and doubles, I would swap her with that Poland, one of Randy's guys, and I would take the special guest. But I got 2 hits right now on going down and going singles and doubles.
Good.
But I told them I would come. I wouldn't charge them, and I would pay their single doubles. Basically, they'd have to pay their ticket that.
Yeah.
So I got Adam Monahan. He's kind of no drummer. He's kind of all over the place, but he loves bowling. And then Rob Baker said he would be interested in it. So
That's cool. Yeah, I checked with
I
my
don't want
buddy.
to go on that sub list. I mean, that's so hard.
I checked my buddy that lives down there. He's bowling
I'll know by Wednesday.
next week, I think.
I'll know by Wednesday if I need something. I'm trying to think who I put you with. I might have put you with Paul.
Okay.
I think I put you with Paul.
Come on, Tim.
That's cool.
Yeah. Who'd you both with us? You and Tim?
No, Tim and I were the year before that.
See, I can't. And I've got all that information, but I don't look back.
I don't remember who I bowled with last year.
think I bowled with him.
I didn't even talk to Tim. I haven't seen Tim all year.
He's been bowling Thursday up at Hydro.
I haven't talked to him.
Or he knows.
Like,
All-star.
I need to contact him. Make sure he's still going, which I know he is, but he's not one to hold back on me.
Right.
Unless there's an emergency or something, but still. Every time I try to call one of his cell phone numbers, it's always his wife that I get. Hey, thanks. See you guys later. Hey. Yeah. You guys have a good time in Vegas. We will. That's the next venture, right? Is that really?
We're going to Oregon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Drive careful. We're staying.
Pray for us. We're staying with Steve tonight. So.
Are you staying?
Keep him out of trouble.
Yeah, we got a hotel room. Keep.
All right. So, I was sitting there talking to Jim Monahan a little bit about nationals. So let me get you caught up real quick. We got number 5 seed Alex Smith versus number 3 seed Dane Trapone on your under division on lanes 27 and 28. Right now, Alex is working on a spare and a strike, and Dane is also working on a spare and a strike. I'll give you Dane's scores here in a second from today's qualifying. And on lanes 25 and 26 to your left, we got number 4 seed Tim Clemens against number 3 seed Austin Gratzer. Austin right now is working on 3 in a row. Tim has gone strike, spare, strike. And so now we got Austin stepping up on 25. And that is a hand bone for Austin. And good cover there by Alex. And Tim comes into the 4th frame, gets a strike. That's 2 in a row for him. So now we got Dane Trapone coming up on lane 28. Today, Dane shot games of 178, 169, 215, as he gets a nice strike there, 190, 204, and finished with a 186 to have an 1142 qualifying score. In the semifinals, Dane shot games of 193, 220, 190, 189, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to finish with 1994 and the number 3 seed. And Tim gets a strike in the 5th. That gives Tim 3 in a row. And Dane has a 10 pin to pick up. All right, Austin Gratzer coming up on lane 26, working on 4 in a row. Today, that one comes in a little light, leaves the 2 pin. For Austin today, he shot games of 211, 238, 224, 258, 223, and 189 to have a 1343 qualifying score. In the semifinals, Austin shot 254, 230, 223, and 173, winning 3 of his match play matches for 90 bonus pins to be the number 3 seed. And both Dane and Austin covered their spares. So once again, I'd like to thank our 50th season sponsors, Lakeside Industries and 900 Global, for sponsoring KSBO all season. For Lakeside, they've been sponsoring since 2016 as our season sponsor. And for 900 Global, this is their 2nd year, but our 6th year with their parent company, Storm Bowling. And Austin comes back and gets another strike. And then, of course, our tournament sponsor for today, Edward Jones, up in Port Angeles, Anthony Sanders. He sponsored both the Open and the Under division. So we definitely appreciate him sponsoring both divisions. Oh, that one was a little bit high in the pocket for Tim. Leaves the 4-pin to pick up. Speaking about sponsors, obviously our tournaments could not be possible without the multiple sponsors that we have. This season started way back on September 30th with our first tournament up at All-Star Lanes for the KSBO Open. The sponsors of that were the Garage Bar and Grill and All-Star Lanes. And good cover by Tim, good strike by Alex. On the October 7th, we were up at Laurel Lanes. The sponsors there were Drake's U-Bake Pizza and Subs and Peninsula Bottling. Then we went back to All-Star Lanes for the over-under doubles on the 23rd of October. And the sponsor for that was Coldwell Banker, Jeff Hellmans, and Great Floors of Silverdale. Then we had the Quad Swiss here at High Joy Bowl. High Joy was one of the sponsors, and I was the other sponsor under my Party Foul Productions company. Then up at Laurel Lanes on the 18th of November, Longhouse Market and Deli and Lakeside Industries were the sponsors. Then back here at High Joy Bowl on the 2nd of December for the Toys for Tots doubles, and Lakeside Industries sponsored that one. Then on the 10th of February, our Tournament of Champions and Non-Champions. Talbot Excavating was your sponsor for the champions, and the Garage Bar and Grill was the sponsor for the non-champions. Then up at Laurel Lanes on the 24th of February, your open sponsor was James & Associates, and your under sponsor was John's Classic Cars. Then at All-Star Lanes on the 9th and 10th of March for the KSBO Trios, we had All-Star Lanes and Access Point Pro Shop. And then the Tom Myers Senior Memorial on the 23rd of March here at High Joy Bowl, we had A&C Tavern and High Joy Bowl. And then the Eliminator up at Laurel Lanes, we had Hart Nagels Glass Works and Seven Cedars Casino. So once again, thank you very much to our sponsors throughout the season for our 50th season. We look forward to having them all back next year for season number 51. All right, so we're through 6 frames in your under division. And right now, Dane Chapone leads Alex Smith 119 to 108. Through 7 frames in your open division, Austin Gratzer leads Tim Clemens 159 to 149. So pretty close matches here. 3 frames to go. Austin gets a light mix there. And good strike there by Alex. Tim Clemens stepping up on lane 26. Sit. Oh, gets a lucky kiss on the 4-pin. It's always good when we trip the 4. Tim's come back. What are you, all owls? As everybody goes, oh. That gives Tim 2 in a row going into the 9th frame. And Dane Chapone gets a nice kiss on that 10 pin. That gives him 3 in a row going into the 8th. Nice strike there by Tim. That's 3 in a row. Great foundation frame going into the 10th frame. I didn't see the way the Dane's ball hit the pocket on that one, but he's left with a pretty nasty split of the 3, 6, 7, 10. It is makeable. It's not the hardest split out there, but he definitely didn't need that. He's in the 8th frame, leading by 39 pins, but if he opens here, that's going to definitely open the door for Alex. And Dane does open, as that's an open in the frame, in the 8th, excuse me. Leading by 45, Alex can step up and cut that lead in half. All right, so Austin is now stepping up on lane 26, 259 possible max score. That was a nice strike. Good foundation frame. Max score for Tim is also 259, so we do have the possibility of a tie. Oh, and Alex must have missed it at the bottom because he leaves the 1, 2, 4, 10 washout. Ouch, and Austin comes in really light, leaves the 2, 8, 10. Oh, and Alex sneaks from the back of the pit to take out that 10 pin. That could have just saved his match. Cuts the lead of Dane in half. And Austin takes out 2 in the 10th to finish with a game of 224. And Tim covers that spare. That guarantees he'll move on. And Tim will move on to face the number 2 seed bowler in Ryan Showalter. Great bowling today by Austin. Austin will go home with a 4th place check worth $600. And Dane spares in his 10th, leading by 15 pins going into the 10th frame. And Tim Clemens finishes with a game of 236. And Dane leaves a 10 pin. So if Dane covers this 10 pin, he can finish with the match score 212. Alex coming into the 10th frame can finish with 218 if he strikes out. Oh, and Dane misses his 10 pin. Oh, that door just flung wide open for Alex. it goes. Set. Oh, almost left the 5-7. Left with a 7 pin to pick up. All right, so he covers this. And he does. He needed that first strike in the 10th. So Dane Chapone will advance sitting on the bench. Alex really needed that first strike in the 10th. And Alex finishes with a game of 198. And he'll go home with a 4th place check of $600. All right, so in your 205 division, Dane Chapone defeats Alex Smith, 201-198. Dane will move on to face the number 2 seed of Robert Ellis. In your open division, Tim Clemens defeats Austin Gratzer, 236-224. Tim will move on to face number 2 seed Ryan Showalter. Where's Robert? Where's Robert? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Two balls on each lane, Robert.
We got to advance the next game to the pocket.
Yeah, we have to erase it anyway.
They won't shut off on it.
No. All right, Robert, you have choice. You have choice. Start first or finish first. Okay, so you'll start on 27. Ryan? Okay. Oh, you still got another ball? Sorry. You want to finish on 26? Okay, so Tim will start on 25, you'll start on 26. All right, here we go, gentlemen. Good luck. Good. You're starting. All right, on lanes 27 and 28 in your 205 and under division, we have number 3 seeded Dane Trapone facing number 2 seed of Robert Ellis. On lanes 25 and 26, we have number 4 seed Tim Clements against number 2 seed Ryan Showalter. For the open division, Ryan being the higher qualifier wants Tim to start. And as you see, Robert just threw his. He decided to start for the under. And Tim starts off with a strike. And Robert gets a spare.
Thanks, man. Thanks
Yep.
for all your help.
And
Come here real quick. Nicole.
Ryan also starts with a strike.
Thank you very much for everything you do. Be safe.
Looking forward to next year.
Yes. Oh, and Dane gets a whole bunch of stuff to cooperate on that one. Gets a strike. All right, Ryan stepping up on lane 25. And nice strike there by Ryan. So for Ryan today, Ryan shot well all day long. See, he shot 257, 238, 220, 226, 184, and 233 for a 1358 qualifying score. And in the semifinals, he shot 226, 247, 213, and 185, winning 3 of his match play matches for 90 additional bonus pins to finish at 23-19 and the number 2 seed. And Tim comes high in the pocket on that one, gets a kiss on the 4, rolls it, and he starts off with a double. All right, Robert Ellis on 28. Leaves the 1-2-10 washout. For Robert today, he shot games of 206, 258, 184, 246, 169, and 216 for an 1179 qualifying. Excuse me. In the semifinals, he shot 179, 160, another strike there by Tim. 192 and 210. He won all 4 of his match play matches for 120 bonus pins and the number 2 seed to finish at 2040. And Ryan goes a little high on the head pin, leaves the 4 pin to pick up. And Robert gets a strike, his first strike of the match. Uh-oh. Ryan definitely didn't like the release on that one. It was a little too far right, didn't recover in the back end, and he misses the 4. And Dane gets a runaway pocket, leaves the 5-7 split. All right, great way to come back after that open for Ryan. Gets a strike in the 4th frame. All right, Dane tries attempting the 5-7 split. Takes out only the 5, leaves an open in the 3rd. So after 3 frames, Dane does have a 20-pin lead over Robert, but Dane is on an open. Robert is working on a strike. Currently leading 56-36. Tim steps up, gets another strike. That's a ham bone for Tim. And now, after 4 frames, he leads Ryan Showalter 90-67. All right, better ball there by Dane. Nice flush strike for him in the 4th. Oh, there's number 5 for Tim. Ryan comes in a little light, leaves the 2-pin. And Robert covers his spare. So after 4 frames in the underdivision, Robert Ellis is trailing 56 to Dane's 66. So 10-pin match there. And Ryan covers his 4-pin spare this time. So that's 2 4-pins in a row on lane 26 for Ryan. We're going to have to wait to see how he adjusts to that. And that was a good shot by Robert, but he's left with a stingy 10-pin. Nice flush strike there for Ryan on lane 25. And Robert covers his spare. So Ryan hasn't missed on 25. That will be the lane he finishes on. Tim stepping up on 26, working on 5 in a row. Oh, and he goes right through the face on that one. Leaves the 3-6-10. So his streak stops at 5. And Dane comes in, a little light on the pocket. Messenger goes across but fails to take out the 7-pin. Very makeable spare. And good cover there by Tim. So after 6 frames in the open division, Tim leads Ryan 147 to 107. A 40-pin advantage. and Dane covers that 7-pin. Still maintains a lead over Robert. After 5, halfway through, leading by 11 pins. That was a good strike there by Tim. Oh, Dane pulled that one. Goes way Brooklyn, leaves the 1-3 to pick up.
Flakes and A-frame, those for a little bit upstairs.
What's that?
The flags and the A-frame, just hold them till the beginning next year, you think?
Well, I gotta take some stuff on and get them updated. But yeah,
Well,
if you want to keep them here.
At this point, we just gotta update them in September.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta pack this shit home, and I can just put it upstairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll get together in August or whatever and figure out where the first tournament's at. I want to get the schedule set.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to get them updated before September.
Yeah, well, it'll be here. Or do you want to take it? Well, that's what I guess.
No, I don't have the room in my car.
So I'll just hold them here. And if you want to come pick them up through anytime through the summer, the A-frame, I guess.
Yeah.
The flags you don't care about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about those, not yet.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just have everything taken down. I'll put it up in the old playroom.
Okay.
And then I'll just stay in touch with you. If you want to pick up the A-frame to see what you need to an upgrade. Because we put name stickers over it. And I got tired of looking at Ashley, Jamrock, whoever.
I think it was Daniel. I think it was Daniel Gosney.
You maybe or whatever. So we'll do that, and then you just let me know, and then we can work on. We just have to go upstairs and pull it.
That's usually what I do. Just take the little plates off.
Yeah.
Take those, just the plates down to
So
Joe.
I'll store it here, and then you guys can just so you know where everything's at.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
not
good.
trying to step on toes. I was
No,
just
no.
messy.
That's
Easiest
fine.
way to go.
That's fine.
And
Cause
then we got to make sure the rule is that they're not a member, they don't get their flag up until they join as a member.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I probably took down 10 or 15 downers this week.
Yeah.
No, they haven't been a member. No, they haven't been a member.
No, I agree.
I mean, you're getting to a point where they have them hanging up above. And, no.
Before long, we'll be hanging them in the bathroom and stuff.
Right, exactly. Like on the pilings up here. All right.
No, I agree. Thanks, Jim. All right. So Tim gets a strike in the 8th and 9th. That's 3 in a row. Great foundation for him again, going into the 10th frame. Robert had an open in the 6th. He spares the 7th. Dane opened in the 6th. It's a 5-pin match right now in the underdivision. Unfortunately, Ryan had back-to-back opens, so his day is pretty much done. Best Ryan can do is 182. Tim is already above 200, so Tim will move on for the right to face the tournament leader in Casey Jamrog, and 2 really good bowlers, and one is a left-hander, Casey. Nobody's been on that side today, so we'll see how that works for the right to claim the title of the grand finals this year. But Ryan's going to take home a nice check for $750 to finish in 3rd place. And there's another ham bone by Tim. Didn't see Dane's ball, but that is a strike, so he strikes in the 8th. Another good strike there by Tim. That's 5 in a row. Going in for his fill of the 10th frame. Possible 277. And Robert leaves the 1-2. Still a close match. Robert's only trailing by 17 pins. There's a 6-pack and a game of 277. And Robert covers his spare, decent foundation frame. Let's see. Max score for Robert's 164. Dane stepping him at the 9th frame, working on a strike. Max score 213. Lazy 10 pin. That's a 9. Assuming he spares, now his max score 193. So it's still a close match. Ooh. Oh, would have made it really interesting if he would have missed that, but he does cover. That's a spare in the 9th. Steps up in the 10th frame, leading by 29 pins. Again, max score for Dane is 193. Oh, looks like Dane's changing bowling balls. Yep, changing bowling balls for the 10th frame. Leading by 29 pins. With him up by 29, with a max score of 64 by Robert. Okay, so Dane gets 9 count. Since he was on a spare, that works to his advantage. He's now got 171. That does shut out Robert. So Robert will finish in 3rd place and take home a check for $750. And Dane finishes with the 171.
his check's going to be double tomorrow.
All right, Robert finishes with a game of 154. In your 205 and under division grand finals, Dane Trapone defeats Robert Ellis 171-154. Dan will move on to face the number 1 seed in Rafe Barone. In your open division grand finals, Tim Clemens defeats Ryan Showalter 277-160. Tim will move on to face the tournament leader, Casey Jamrock. All right, so while we're waiting for the bowlers to throw their couple of warm-up tosses, once again, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors for the 50th season of KSBO. I'm going to read them off here in quick succession. The Garage Bar and Grill, All-Star Lanes and Casino, Drake's U-Bakes Pizza and Subs up in Port Angeles, Peninsula Bottling up in Port Angeles, Coldwell Banker, Jeff Hellman's, Great Floors of Silverdale, High Joy Bowl, Longhouse Market in Delhi, Lakeside Industries, Talbot Excavating, James and Associates up in Port Angeles, John's Classic Cars also in Port Angeles, Access Point Pro Shops of All-Star Lanes and High Joy Bowl, the A&C Tavern in East Bremerton, Hart and Eagles Glassworks, Seven Cedars Casinos, and yours truly, Party Foul Productions. I also sponsored a tournament this year. I sponsored the Quad Swiss. And your sponsor of today's tournament in both the open and the under, Edward Jones, Anthony Sanders. Not to mention our season-long sponsors, Lakeside Industry. Again, they have been our season sponsors since 2016. And 900 Global, the official bowling ball sponsor of KSBO. And we have been with Storm Bowling Products as their parent company. We've been with Storm for 6 years now. So these tournaments could not be possible without the support of our sponsors, without the support of our supporters, our friends, our family, and obviously the bowlers themselves. It was a very successful 50th season, so thank you. We are looking forward to a 51st season. So if you don't know, this is the last tournament of our 50th season. This is the grand finals. And we are now down to the championship match. So in your 205 and under division, we have the number 3 seed of Dane Trapone against the number 1 seed tournament leader, Rafe Barone. And in your open division, we have number 4 seed Tim Clemens trying to walk the ladder against number 1 seed Casey Jamrock. Casey, being the higher qualifier, looks like he wants Tim to start. And in the under division, Rafe's going to start on lane 27. And once again, this is our championship match. Good luck to our bowlers. Tim goes Brooklyn side of head pin, leaves the 6-10. And Rafe starts off with a solid 10 pin. And Tim covers that spare. And Rafe covers his. And Casey leaves a 7 pin. Dane stepping up on 28. Also goes to the Brooklyn side of head pin, but leaves the nasty 6-7-10 split. Casey going for a 7 pin. And good cover. It's good to see Casey back out on the lanes. He took most of the season off. Late last season, he suffered a minor injury. And so he took time off to make sure he healed. And he came back to us and was able to bowl enough to qualify for the grand finals. And, well, look at that. He is the tournament leader right now, going for another title. And today, Casey shot games of 189, 174, and then picked it up, shooting 228, 267, 248, and 258. So it goes from being minus 37 to up by 164. So he finished with a 1364 qualifying score. In the semifinals, he shot games of 200, 246, 257, and 237, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to finish with 2364 and captured the number 1 seed. And Dane now leads the big 4. And Casey misses that 10 pin, so we're going to need a score correction. And Dane takes out 2. That's 2 opens in a row for Dane. So early advantage to Rafe. And Tim was a little high on the head pin on that one, leaves the 9 pin. And good strike there by Rafe. And Tim covers that 9 pin nicely. So for Rafe today, Rafe shot games of 209, 154, 203, 249, 197, and 189 to have a 1201 qualifying score. In the semifinals, Rafe shot really well, shooting 246, 186, 194, and 161. He won 3 of his match play matches for 90 additional bonus pins to end up with a 2078 and capturing the number 1 seed. And that's another strike for Rafe, so that's 2 in a row. Woo! A little high on that one, but Tim carries it. Casey comes in light. Leaves the 3-9 to pick up. Dane, see how he recovers. He's shot 2 splits in a row. That one comes out nicely. He's holding his thumb a little bit, so maybe he's having some release issues. But he does strike on that one, so that's his first strike of the match. And good cover on that double wood there by Casey. And that one was a little high on the head pin. He leaves the big 4 again. Ouch. That's back-to-back big 4s on 27.
It's almost a 9.
Oh, and the pump of the fist, Rafe like that one. That gives Rafe 3 strikes in a row. Oh, and Tim goes high on the head pin on that one. Fortunate to only leave the 6-10. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Oh, now Rafe's walking him out. That's a ham bone for Rafe. Now leads by 67 pins. Ooh, Tim almost chops that one. But it is a spare. After 4 frames, he leads by 12 pins over Casey. Dane needs to start striking here. Oh, and the 6-pin just wraps around that 10. And he grabs at his thumb again. So I'm thinking Dane has has a little bit of a release issue going on with his thumb. And there we go, Tim striking the 5th. And Dane does get it. Yep, he keeps grabbing at that thumb. I wonder if he opened a blister. All right, Casey, 26. There he goes. He gets a strike. After 5 frames, still close. Trails by 12. 89 to 77. And Dane leaves the 6-10 to pick up there. So this match is quickly getting out of hand for Dane. Rafe has 4 in a row, stepping up as he comes up to the 6th. Casey now on 25, working on a strike. There we go. Now that's 2 in a row for Casey. And Dane covers the spare. Oh, just a tad high on that pocket. Almost knocks that 4-pin over. It sits there and waves back at him, but it is still a 9 count. And there's another one for Rafe. That's 5 in a row. We're through 6, and Rafe is leading Dane by 69 pins. So quickly getting out of hand for Dane. Dane can still punch out for a 201, but Rafe right now is on a 230, 250 pace. If he keeps punching him like this. All right, so that one goes Brooklyn. He almost gets the trip on the 6. His streak stops at 5. Tim up on 25, comes in light swish, hit him thin, watch him spin, all those analogies. That is a strike in the 7th for Tim. Casey stepping up on 26 as Rafe covers his spare, trailing by 32. He can cut that lead to 2 if he strikes here. And he does strike. And now the lead is only 2 pins. 3 frames to go. Anybody's match now. Bunch of O's and ahs. There's a number 4 for Casey. He's making a match out of it. And 10 comes back with a strike of his own. Though we do have a lead change. Tim now trails by 8 pins. And Tim gets another strike. That's 3 in a row. Great foundation frame once again for Tim. Going into the 10th frame. And that's pretty much going to do it for Dane. All right, Casey stepping up on lane 26, working on 4 in a row, trailing by 22. Oh, gets the lucky trip on the 7 pin. That's 5 in a row, now back up by 8. Casey gets, if Casey strikes out in the 10th, that will shut Tim out. And Rafe goes Brooklyn over there, leaves the 3-6. 8th frame, leads by 81 pins, so that one's pretty much over. Best Dane can do is 164. Rafe's already at 185. So Dane will finish in 2nd place. He will take home a check for $900. And Rafe will be your Grand Finals Under Division champion. And Rafe will take home a great check of $1,100. We get a week 10. So Casey gets a 10 pin in there on the 11th frame. So he can finish at 236. Tim would need to strike out in the 10th for 239. All right, Casey covers it and finishes with a really nice game of 236. All right, he needs the first one. Must strike. And he does. That's the first one. Tim is a very clutch bowler, so he's got 4 in a row. Still a must-strike situation right here. Yes. All right, so Phil Ball, he's got 229, so he needs 7 to tie, 8 to win. Great match. I mean, ever since this, halfway through, pretty much all the last 3 matches, Tim has just stepped it up to another level. And there we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I'm not the bridesmaid today.
But he wants that. He wants a picture.
I wouldn't have said that.
Jimmy wants a picture.
Let's see, so that's number 19? I'd have to look. And for those of you still tuned in, just for your information, that is title number 19 for Tim, and that gives him sole possession of third all-time on the KSBO's title list. So congratulations, Tim. And Rafe Barone finishes with a great game of 225 to be the under division grand finals champion. And I believe that was title under division title number 3 in the season for Rafe. So great bowling book for all. We'll be right back with the final checks. In your 205 and under division grand finals, in the championship match, Rafe Barone defeats Dane Trapone to be your under division grand finals champion. And in your open division, Tim Clemens defeats Casey Jamrod in a shootout, 238-236 to be your open division grand finals champion. bing, bada bing.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we all like it when Uncle Buck hands out the money. Well, we gotta make you feel important. All right, here we go. In your Edwards Jones 205 and under division grand finals, finishing in 5th place for $500, Skylar Lammy. Make sure you guys stay out there. Finished in 4th place for $600, Alex Smith. Finished in 3rd place for $750, Robert Ellis. Finished in 2nd place for $900, Dane Capone. And your KSBO 50th season 205 and under division grand finals champion for $1,100 and title number 3 this year, Rafe Thoreau.
Oh, Tim. I know, they're falling apart without us, so we'll see what happens. I was sitting there reading this whole thing, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
In your open division, your Edward Jones open division grand finals, finishing in 5th place for $500, AJ Brockett. Finishing in 4th place for $600, Austin Gratzer. Finished in 3rd place for $750, Ryan Showalter. Finished in 2nd place for $1,000, Casey Jamrock. And your KSBO 50th season grand finals open division champion for his 19th title and number 3 all time, all by himself. For $1,300, Tim Clemens. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thanks, AJ. All right, so, well, that's going to do it for another KSBO Presents. And that concludes it for KSBO's 50th season. I really, really appreciate all of you guys supporting us throughout the year. I look forward to seeing you all next year. And so we're, since our season's over, we're going to take a break. The board of directors will be meeting a couple times in the summer to discuss our bylaws, set our schedule, and get those sponsors secured. And something I tell all the bowlers here, if you have any suggestions on how to make KSBO better, if you have any leads on sponsors, we're always looking for sponsors. Send us a message. So with that, congratulations Tim Clemens, and congratulations Rafe Barone. For Tim, that's title number 19 and third, all by himself, all time, surpassing Mike Hansen. He was tied with Mike Hansen at 18, and so now he stands alone, third all-time KSBO titles. Second is Steve Force with 32, and then obviously our all-time leader of Lonnie Sharkey at 103. So he's got a while to go to catch those two. But congratulations, well done Tim, well done Rafe. You guys deserve it. You guys bowled well all day. On behalf of the KSBO Board of Directors, we also thank Jim Monahan, staff here at High Joy Bowl, for keeping us going here. Great conditions, good food, cold drinks, and that's going to do it for us. And we will see you next season. All right. So for Party Foul Productions, this is Leo Finari Jr. saying thank you very much. And we will see you later.
Where's the top 5 seed?